Web
I
2
just went
music
offline.
because, Spotify's not going away. Apple Music isn't going away. Labels aren't going away. And so they're going to shapeshift and take new forms. And so we need to figure out, some of them are going to come along with us, and they're going to be smart and progressive enough to readapt. And so,
You still online?
yeah, it's just like in our projects, it's like, what do we do to, disrupt, break shit quickly, build together, but also find ways to be integrated into the real world and with these, real companies. So
Gino, I love that. And that's actually perfect timing because I was going to ask you guys to speak about some of the projects you have coming up in hopes to, obviously inform everyone in here about them, spread the word because we all need to support each other in this. We kind of all move as one unit here, one organism, if you're into Web3. So, Gino, where can people tell us a little bit more about the project, what they should follow and when minting is, and kind of a little bit more about what it is?
yeah. So we're super like Illa was talking about, like really taking my time, like making sure it's ready to go before we start rolling stuff out. We just like launched the Twitter today. So the Twitter is at Blocktones, BLOCKTONE. It's in my bio, so you can just follow there. And we're looking to launch top of April. But yeah, the project's really exciting, man. It's like a generative audio project.
Sorry, Koki, we're still here.
But
I
it
don't know what
is
I had. I had a
with
slight issue. I
full
was
beats,
trying to do too many
right?
things on my
So
computer
like,
once, I guess, and we
unlike a
went
lot of
offline
projects
for a
that are
second.
out in the generative audio space where are like 30-second experimental loops, we're dropping like fully ready to go like beats that people can, like, for upcoming artists, established artists, labels could buy them if they wanted, full serviceable tracks, with a really cool like 3D animated visual component that will unlock a world of interactive content. We're partnering with a company called AnimXR, who's really dope. They've done a lot of stuff with like Off-White, Burberry, just like connecting, again, Web 2 with Web 3. And yeah, I think that's good to leave it at that. I don't, as you just follow me and Blocktones, and my partner Michael Morrell's in here too. You can follow him, and we'll start rolling some stuff out here pretty soon. But definitely really excited to start rolling that out.
Sounds fire, Gino. You know what to do. Send the whitelist over.
I got you. Yeah, this my homie Campbell's in here. He's like,
Sure can. Sorry, that was probably a little loud.
Not yet.
Anyway, I've always like
sounds super awesome. And again,
I started looking up. Let me
example
make it
right
even
there
a
of
little
just,
quieter.
Diving into something and trying something new. I love it. I'm looking forward to it, man. And all of you guys should check that out. Illa, what do you have coming in? What exclusive info can you disclose on whatever projects you're
So I
working on
started
right
looking into NFTs and Web3
Yeah, I'm
and
excited
kind of
for
that
Gino's
all that
project.
stuff.
I'm really excited for your project. I'm always excited
A
for
couple
Spotty.
weeks ago,
I'm always excited
more
for Domino.
aggressively, because
and Audience, and I gotta, before
I've
we
been
end
just
the room, I gotta
hit with
give
an
Audience a heads
onslaught,
up
as
about
I'm sure
But,
most people online, especially on
Oh
Twitter,
yeah, and by
have
the
been.
way, guys, don't leave yet. After we talk about our projects, we're gonna do some Q&A and bring some of you guys up. So
Of
go ahead and raise your hand. I see 12 of you.
people,
are in the requests,
advocates of
but if you have a
NFTs,
question
crypto
for us,
bros,
raise your hand and we'll try
pictures
to
of
bring up as many of
monkeys,
you guys
bullshit like
as
that.
we can. Go ahead.
And so for a long time, I
Yeah, so with my project,
just hated on it blindly, and then I thought, no, I should hate on this from a more informed standpoint. I think that would be the more mature thing to do, to learn as much as I can about it, and then pick it apart.
But it's a universe
And
play.
I'm still not over that,
really
but
look
this
at what
is
I wanna do
is
is by
genuinely the
being
first
the next Walt
conversation
Disney.
where
I wanna
somebody
build
said
characters
anything that
inside of
makes this
space
seem
and give them to
at
the
all
community.
like something. And I can only see this
things that I
in
learned from being a Bored Ape
I can only
member
see
is
this in terms of the
building
music
IP,
industry. After
giving
this
it out
being
to
said,
the
is
community,
the
having
what
them
was said was
continue
that
to build with it as I'm building.
artists in the
And
past, and
I'm gonna be
when
adding
people
value
like my
to
age grew
these
up, we grew up
characters.
going to
So I
stores,
have
getting
two projects.
CDs,
I mean,
opening that
it's one
CD,
project
looking
called
through
Sketchyverse,
the
and
album
there's two more.
catalog, reading the
One of
lyrics,
them is the
that whole experience of getting an album and stuff. We remember that. And time and attention and detail was spent on all that. And an album comes to mind, Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, where it came with a short film too. I put in that DVD and he played a short film, and it was just such a cool experience encapsulated in that one thing.
Of the Hoo Hoo Treehouse, that's the name of the project, is this artist named Kenji.
And what was said was that NFTs are essentially a way of bringing that back in an age where in streaming service you don't have that. I mean, obviously artists have somewhat of a brand image or identity, but I think even nowadays we're getting farther away from that, of artists having distinct brand images. Like you have 24K Golden, Trippie Redd, all these guys. They're like the exact same. There's nothing distinguishing about them as individuals other than the fact that they just sound slightly different in their music. And I think that's kind of what was mentioned as well, and I agree with it, was that it's not sticking. Music now today is not sticking because artists are not focused on, you don't, as a listener, you don't have that experience. Instead, you're hearing a playlist generated by people or robots on a ride in your car that you just put on, and you might hear a song, you might like the song. There's nothing against the music being produced nowadays, but you might like the music, but there's just that experience is gone, and NFTs were described as a means to bring that experience back to the consumer in a way. And when it comes to that, I could see value in it, especially for somebody like myself, where I am a filmmaker as well. I do all my own graphic design and stuff like that. I could see putting time and effort into all of those elements and providing them as a single unit. I still think there's a disc, and I'm kind of thinking out loud here, but the curious thing is, like, where Web3 is right now is you have Audius and platforms like it, which are these blockchain-based streaming services, but from what I can tell, there's just no value for the typical artist in that, because I uploaded all my music on Audius like 2 weeks ago or something, and I've not had one play on one song. I didn't upload all my music. I uploaded like 12 songs or something like that to test the waters. I've not had one play on one song. And what I was seeing was that you have to engage with the community on Audius. You got to be in the Discord group, interacting with other artists, doing remix competitions and stuff. It's like this is a budding streaming platform, and this is not providing that package experience element with music that was being discussed in this conversation. But it's just a blockchain-based streaming platform with its own currency and stuff. And it just, for me right now, it seems useless, because I do not want to, as an independent artist with already being spread thin, I cannot denote the amount of time just towards this one platform that might not even exist in a year. And if I have to put all of my effort into just networking on that one platform, if that's gone, then all of that time is wasted. 100% wasted. The coin is gone. The value, the income, and the money that you made, if it wasn't pulled out, it's gone. So I just don't see value in platforms like that until they have a user base where there's like a discovery. There's where it's possible to discover new artists and music, and it's just, that does not do it for me. But if I were to create that experience, I'm not sure releasing it as an NFT would be the right thing, because you're limited in like community ownership over the amount of those NFTs. So I'm trying to rile up the community for that you could sell, I believe. Latasha has been running it up with music videos, why would I want to limit the reach of my music? To explore it more and more. So we got a couple other music videos planned that we're going to shoot. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I got merch coming for holders of the first album NFTs, which is linked in my Twitter as well, and a bunch of other incentives. Let's keep listening. Royalty splits coming up where we're going to stake the NFTs, and a couple other things to finish up Volume 1, and then from there I'm essentially going fully into album mode and trying to create the ultimate album that continues to tell the story that I set up with Volume 1, which is just kind of exploring success and the future of that and what it looks like and the ups and downs of it. So yeah, I'm excited to get back into creative mode
for the next month or two while we do these other drops. And yeah, I'm hype on that, but that's about it for me.
Good stuff, Domino. You know, I'll be in LA. I'll have a 24-hour studio in LA at the end of March. You got to pull up, dog.
Oh, you already know. That's another thing too. If you're here for NFT LA, gonna be throwing a show at the Peppermint Club that I'm pretty hyped about. We got a pretty dope lineup coming up. So, Illmind, you have to pull up for that too, and maybe we'll get some hand drums from you or some shit.
Yes.
A strong fan base is 100% key.
Spotty, what's good?
And that's,
my friend. What do you have
at the same
on?
time, that's kind of my thinking.
Right
is
now I'm just emailing Domino trying to get on his showcase, you know.
Regardless of how you go about the music industry, a strong fan base is what you're after.
I'm gonna be out in the Austin.
Another thing that's being discussed in this conversation is gamifying music and really doing blind NFT drops where you're minting something, or blind NFT mints where the individual paying for that something from an artist, you don't know what it is until after you paid for it. And I think that's dumb as fuck. I don't think that, and I mean, obviously I could be, my mind could be changed at any moment. I'm not sold on anything, but why?
That's one thing.
Like if you're building such a strong community around your music, why wouldn't you then want to make sure that the product that you're delivering is something
called All Time High,
is something that that listener is going to like? Why wouldn't you let them know what they're buying before they pay for it? That just doesn't, like, you're gonna inevitably disappoint some people if everybody's buying blindly. Even if they like you, you're going to have to disappoint people. If Playboy Cardi takes a piss on an airplane, does he Pierre Bourne? Oh, yeah, that is hilarious.
On the first
he does Pierre Bourne
NFT mixtape on Death Row Records, which is now owned by Snoop Dogg. So I have a song on their new mixtape.
Everyone
if you're up
peeing on an airplane
at like
would Pierre Bourne.
Eastern,
so that's not
in the studio.
That's not strictly Playboy Cardi.
Check that out. I'm on one of those.
But it is
other than that,
funnier to think about.
The rest of my album, you know, the Bun B song is the first release from my new album. This album is like a year-long project where we're going to have 5 total NFT drops, 5 NFT singles. Bun B is the first of the 5, and collect one of each 5 to get the vinyl record, or you'll be able to burn those 5 to get the album NFT, and just basically trying to
so what do I have?
innovate.
What am I working with?
And now we're, you know, with these NFTs, we're basically making deflationary
18, 19,
where there's
20,
singles, but then you'll be able to burn the
21
singles to get the album NFT and other access to events and merch and things like that. So keeping busy, and I got the comic book coming soon as well. You know, I'm on the same tip as Illa. I got other characters. You know, I got a Doodle, I got a Cool Cat, Avastars, and I'm bringing the Spottyverse to life. So music is sort of that's how we're kicking in the door, and then we're taking it to all sorts of formats.
Fire across the board here. Austin, what do you guys got going on coming up?
And I think the only way
that
I
think following suit here, I'm gonna be
NFTs for artists
comic book, so we'll be working on
really are anything more than a cash grab.
I think
are if we get to a point where
things in the pipeline, but some really cool things I want to
the
highlight
price point is far lower than it is now, because you're building a very particular fan base currently if you're trying to sell NFTs as an artist, because you're appealing to those who are into NFTs and crypto and that stuff, and that's not necessarily everybody's key demographic. When it comes to like the fan base that would appreciate their music, and you're not going to appeal to the youth for sure. You're not going to appeal to the youth currently because, one, they don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars to invest in a song, in a music video, or a picture of a monkey or something.
So not too much I can talk on that, but super exciting. So if you haven't, get onto your audience account, get your referral link, start sharing it around.
I don't know. It's
join, or
it's
use
interesting.
referral
I'm
link
slightly
within the
more
platform,
interested
you are an audio.
in it now than I
So,
was.
at least from that end, and then I just wanted to acknowledge, man, that you brought up again such
Definitely a
an
way for
incredible,
artists to make
panel of people. It's been really
some money,
cool for
though.
me from the other side of this to hear how all of these artists are using.
But the one
this
guy in this
technology
conversation
in
is
order
this
to
spotty
kind of free
Wi-Fi, who's the
themselves from
first,
these
apparently the
historically,
first rapper to
malicious
take an
systems that
NFT,
have,
a crypto
artists
bro. I
down
guess
for so
he
long.
bought a crypto bro, and then he turned that into
Man,
his whole rap
incredible, dude.
identity.
Super excited about Audius,
And that's
super
interesting.
super bullish and excited about all of you guys.
And he sold a lot of NFTs or whatever, and he's
draining my
talking
wallet,
about all the different things he's doing and the
buying up
characters
and
he's
sweeping
adding
up
into
all of you
his
guys' projects,
world and
so
stuff like that.
I'll just
Cool.
leave it at that.
Conceptually, we're
but I'll tell you guys a little bit about my project. So it's
I
that,
don't even know how to say what I'm thinking.
Chess piece horse you see on my avatar. I have
Big picture, that's cool that
one
he
of my,
created this niche
first
concept and
official,
everything. However, that being said, I'm not interested
forays
in
into
hearing
big
what
NFT
a
project, that
a
I'm
little
releasing, and
few
it's called Squad
pixeled
of Nights.
non-existent
Nights,
thing
that's a
has to
chess
rap
night piece,
about.
so,
Like, that's just
Nights
not my
with a
kind of
K, so
music,
if
I
you guys
guess.
wanna
And
check it out. It's
I'm more in it
Squad
for human
of
experience
Nights.
as opposed to
And,
gimmick.
It's minting on March 28th for the whitelist mint.
It's interesting. I always try to look at
Public
things from
mint
both a
is
consumer's
March 29th,
perspective and an artist
I'm
perspective.
sort of taking all of the things that I've been passionate about and all the things that I've valued in the past, 10, 15 years.
Like, I struggle to believe
when I
that
first
that
threw
dude,
my,
Spotty Wi-Fi, he probably
first beat
has reached
showcase
his
where
core
we used
demographic
to,
or his
go
whole
around New York
demographic. He's
City
probably
and go to
already
these
reached them.
underground clubs,
And he
we
cannot
would rent out these
expand
spaces,
in
and I'd invite, 5
growth,
of my
really,
producer homies to come with
because
their
it's
laptops,
such a niche thing.
and we would essentially be the DJ where we're all playing.
So though you may make a lot
unreleased
of money
beats for a bunch of strangers
doing that,
instead of a DJ,
you
and it
might
was sort of
also
this,
be
like,
really
fun,
isolating
upbeat showcase
or really
experience,
limiting your
and
long-term
back then it was
potential.
called Blab,
I'm listening
which
to
stood for Beats
a
Love
Web3
Alcohol Party,
a music
and that's
and
exactly what we did.
music industry,
You know,
independent
we did it
artists
in New York,
in
and
Web3, explaining
we
how
even did
Web3
one,
NFTs and stuff
in Los
can be
Angeles
utilized
back in
as a recording
2000.
artist.
I
I
think it was
come from a
2013. We did one
background
in Los
of
Angeles, and
doubt
it was a
in when it
legendary
comes to
panel.
NFTs.
Symbolic Wine, Cardiac, DeJuan
This has been
Parker,
interesting, and I started listening to it and heard
Focus,
a few good points, and I thought, you know what,
Dr.
let me go
Dre
live
even
while we
came
listen to this,
and
while I get some other
shut it
stuff done,
down,
so that
and
you guys can
it
listen and we
was
can have a
just
conversation
legendary
about it.
thing. And so through these past 10, 15 years, I've just been so driven by bringing people together and creating situations where creative people can come together in a room or in an environment and get to know each other and create and see what happens. And so I've taken all of these experiences and all these conversations I've had with different music creators, and I essentially created a project called Squad of Nights, which is basically 8,888 randomly generated night pieces with different attributes, and each NFT represents an access token that will allow for you to earn rewards for collaborating with each other. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm creating and curating a series of experiences in real life and in the metaverse for NFT holders, and we're welcoming, rappers, singers, songwriters, music producers, musicians, audio engineers, visual artists, and we're saying, okay, let's take a group of us and create experiences where we're essentially incentivized to get to know each other and collaborate with each other. And so it's all going to be governed by what we call a night token, which is a reward token. And we're already partnered up with a handful of studios in Los Angeles to provide free studio time.
Are any of you guys invested in crypto
night, NFT holders
in an authentic way, like you have your own wallet and stuff?
It's going to be really incredible to see what kinds of relationships will be built.
I can try. I can give you
types of music that could be
a breakdown of my understanding. Give me 1 second here.
And see what happens. And I have some really great partners as part of the team. My guy Jonathan Master, who's
all right. So I think
vice president of
the definition that I would give is
Sony.
what was said in this video that intrigued me about the idea. Because, so I like I was talking earlier, I've been looking into NFTs for the last couple weeks, pretty hardcore. Typically when I get into studying something, I come from a place of dismissal initially for however long, out of just annoyance of how much I see it on my fucking timelines on social media and stuff. And then I get to a point where, like, okay, I've run out of unique ways to hate on something. So then I have to learn about it so that I can find new ways to hate on it. And then ideally, I find something in that learning process that's worth grabbing onto. So the positive definition that I can give you that was described in this conversation was essentially the following. When kids my age were, or when people my age were kids, and we used to have to go to stores to get CDs and unwrap them, and we take out the album liners with all the lyrics and stuff. And an album comes to mind for me is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. I remember going to the store to get that, opening up, looking at all the alternate artworks for the cover, the DVD that came with it, the short film that he made, the booklet with all the lyrics and stuff, and putting in the physical CD. That experience created a whole world and a whole creative or a whole memory for you of, like, experiencing music like that in a way that isn't present in today's music industry. Because today, what you have is these platforms, these single individual platforms where there's nothing tangible about it. And instead of going to the store and picking out a CD to find a new artist's album that dropped, you just go to Spotify, click a playlist, and play it. It's not to say that the quality of the music has changed at all, but what's been taken away from music is everything around it. All that, what makes an artist unique. Now you're just listening to different songs on playlists on single streaming platforms. And what they were saying was that NFTs bring the possibility of recreating that kind of emotional attachment and memory experience with music that isn't available in streaming in a new way. That's forward thinking and utilizing this technology. You can pay attention to the artwork, and there's music videos that accompany it, and it's all packaged together in one. Now, that being said, that's what I liked. That was how NFTs were described from this conversation. That being said, I don't know how that, in the current landscape of NFTs, in the marketplace of NFTs, how that translates to giving that experience on a large scale, because NFTs are limited. They're non-fungible in theory, though it's proven time and time again, especially as of recent, that they're very fungible and you can steal them quite easily. But it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on what it is, and I don't think what a lot of people describe NFTs are is that you're buying the ownership of something. Like you own this. It's, people describe traditional NFTs as opposed to right-clicking and copying a picture and replicating it a million times. No, you're not doing that. You're owning that picture, but you're not really owning that picture. What you're doing is owning a node that points to a picture. So you're not owning something. That was proven really in a big way when the dumb fucks that grouped together to create a DAO and buy the original Dune movie pitch thought they owned the copyright after paying millions of dollars for it. They didn't. They don't, because you don't own something with an NFT. So I don't think that that's necessarily what an NFT is, but I'm still trying to figure out. I think there's some way. I think there will be many unique ways to utilize the NFT technology and blockchain technology for recording artists, for artists in general. But I think in its current state, as an artist, you're working with such a limited base of people that... Oh, this has been way over 1 or 2 sentences also. Sorry about that. You're working with such a limited base of individuals with access to this kind of technology and stuff. Like, my core demographic probably aren't crypto bros. Somebody like the one dude in this conversation, Spotty Wi-Fi, his whole brand is NFTs. His picture, his identity is an NFT. That would work. That works for him.
So I'm going to bring Judo up here.
Junit's Beg for Mercy. Dope. Yeah, but we all kind of have those. Anybody that was around to see before streaming service, I'm sure has that kind of tangible memory with music that we just don't have anymore. And I do like that notion that this technology can bring those experiences back and make artists have to care about the world around their music. I like that notion. The bringing that into reality at scale is where I have trouble fathoming exactly how that's going to happen. I was just going to go open a window. I'm getting hot in here, and then I realized it's wide open. Let me turn off the fan.
Judy, you might have to either enable your audio or unmute yourself.
Let me keep listening to this though, see if they drop any more helpful things.
Can you guys hear Judy right now?
No, I cannot.
Okay, Judy.
Plus, I think something that's gonna hurt the whole field before any positive change occurs or positive development occurs is the fact that so many people are in this for the wrong reason. And that was mentioned also in this is if Rihanna were to start an NFT collection, she wouldn't be taken seriously. But the thing is, you do see artists at that level, at that level of fame, starting projects in the NFT field, and their heart isn't in it. They don't believe in it. They didn't prep for it. They aren't standing solely behind it. They weren't involved in the creation of it and everything. So it comes off as if it's a scam or a rug pull or something. And if you have the biggest artists doing that, even if they don't intend to do a rug pull or whatever, the amount of money in it right now makes it always that if it's a failed project and it's a celebrity endorser. And then you're going to turn away the vast majority of music enthusiasts who aren't already invested in crypto before they even have a chance to look into it.
Happy to be able to say that, man. It's been a huge blessing. We sold out pre-sale in under 48 hours.
It's definitely,
and yeah, man. I'm just trying to.
It's definitely community related, and it's encouraging.
It's been a struggle to try to get them to understand it.
It's encouraging communities, and I think there's so much about the direction technology or the direction internet and social media and stuff is moving. I was just watching a TikTok this morning, and it was somebody replying to this female artist had made a video initially complaining about how TikTok is ruining her desire to continue pushing forward in the music industry because it's all just the type of artists blowing up on it are all just spamming their music or doing the same things and stuff. It's the same kind of artist blowing up time after time after time after time. It's limiting. So this guy responded to it who's also in the music industry, and he said, I think what artists like you don't understand is that maybe TikTok isn't made to promote. It's not a platform that was created for you to promote, but it was a platform instead that was created to build communities. And he said, if you look past viral songs or any song that has gone viral from TikTok and ended up blowing up that way, it's come from communities, from dance trends or from groups sharing something or sharing an experience to a song or using a song for one form of action or something like that. And I think he's really right in that regard, that TikTok is big on creating communities. I think NFTs are big on creating communities. And this kind of all, in my mind at least, goes together, and it's what we did with the internet, because I've been around the internet since essentially it started, because my dad was a master's in IT and stuff and got me into computers very young. And so when I was young, I was an active member on internet forums and chat rooms and stuff, and was building RPG games on RPG Maker with people of all ages in forums and stuff. And so I saw how the internet changed from communities, smaller communities, to social media when social media started with IM, and even that was community related because you didn't have everybody's IM. You had your friends, and then MySpace, and that was the first large scale thing, and then Facebook, and da-da-da-da-da. So there's just starting with communities, going to like society as a whole, the whole globe. I think what we've realized after enough time of that is maybe we don't want to hear everybody's voice about everything, and we'd rather have those little communities. So I'm not.
Some awareness to the impact, the negative impact that all these DSPs have brought to the modern day songwriters. So,
let me think about that. I don't know that I don't know that it's that.
I might have earned a little bit of money on them, but at the end of the day, it's more than that.
No.
It's art, and being
no.
art having the value it deserves. So I don't know. I think moving forward, it wasn't a very hard decision for me to make, and I'm just excited to see
you could. That's tough. Because, like I said, it's not. That's such a common notion that I keep seeing of NFTs is that as opposed to copying and pasting pictures and stuff and right-clicking and saving pictures, just by saving something, you don't own it. But if I have the NFT of the picture, then I own the picture. But you don't own the copyright to something you have an NFT of. You don't. I know that unless it's specified by the seller of the NFT that encrypted within that code that points to the picture is also a contract, essentially just a standard contract of transfer of ownership. But that doesn't exist in most of what NFTs. That's not universal. So if you owned the original video from the Mannequin Challenge, you would own the original video from the Mannequin Challenge. You would not own any semblance of a trend. You'd have that piece of content in a decentralized database, and you'd have something saying that you purchased that in said database, and everybody else would be able to see, okay, you purchased that. That doesn't inherently give you copyright of it or anything. You still, does that make sense? Like you just, it just, NFTs are a decentralized database where you put things into existence on that decentralized database, and then buying an NFT is just creating a note on that database that everybody has access to that says so-and-so bought this, and they now own that. They own the pointer to that one thing on that database that nobody else can own unless that the person who owns that pointer sells it. That being said, people package all different kind of things, and that's the notion of music NFTs is you wouldn't be just selling pointers to images. You'd be packaging rights and stuff into your NFTs. You'd be selling exclusive rights to something, whether it be a song. You could put it open verse as an NFT, and whoever buys it then could release the song. Snoop Dogg's been doing that a little bit with his since he bought Death Row Records. I think he was looking into this yesterday. It was on OpenSea. He was released this like mixtape or something. It's incredibly confusing trying to see these music NFTs on OpenSea. But let me see if I can find it quick. Yeah, dog on it. Death Row Mixtape Volume 1. So you can purchase, by buying one of these NFTs, you can own, and that guy, Spotty Wi-Fi, is on this. You can own an acapella.
That's kind of like what I did. Yeah. Kind of learned from there what I wanted to do with utility, because it is kind of very specific to you as an artist and what your goals and accomplishments are.
Yeah, because the tech utility kind of I guess it's a little bit daunting, and I was wondering if
You own the rights to the music
or is
when
that
you
really
buy it.
the main answer that artists should be going towards?
So
You just gotta make it make sense for you, man. Like I think
you own the instrumental, the acapella, the hook, the beat, and the full song. But at the same time, what I don't understand about this is that how? Because you'd think that if somebody, upon purchasing this, owned it, then they would be the sole owner of it. But there's 121 people that own this. So it's non-exclusive inherently. You're leasing it, maybe, in a way. Like, it's just, that doesn't make sense to me in the traditional means of ownership. Like, if I were to buy, let's go back here. Doggy, yeah, this one.
Right back at you. Another. It's yours. We on this death row mixtape. NFT style.
So if I bought that, and then I were to fill in the lyrics, if I were to record over that and then release it on traditional streaming platforms, and somebody else, another one of these 24 owners, did the same, we'd both own it, but which one of us would be able to get royalties? Because whoever uploaded it first would get royalties, and the second person to upload it, like say it's YouTube, if you were the first person to upload this song to this beat on YouTube, you own it, you can collect royalties on it, great, because all owners apparently can collect royalties on this, they own the rights to it. But if you release it on YouTube, you would get the money from YouTube. If somebody else does it, chances are you'd have a copyright thing, so their video would be flagged and would be paying the original owner. And that doesn't make any sense to me, because that's not, if they both equally own it, then they should both equally be able to make money off from it. But because it's the same exact beat, how?
Thinking about things in these multiple months or multiple years time horizon is the best thing. It's not, you don't need to like come out of the bat immediately and be like, all right, like you get this song, here's like some t-shirts and some tickets. Like,
yeah, mix it, add a verse, and do as you please.
Successfully, but with where we're heading, thinking on a much larger.
So you'd get no support. Like, you'd be releasing a song with Snoop Dogg, and no big publications or anything would touch it. Like, Rap Nation wouldn't be able to upload it. They wouldn't be able to monetize it.
Hey, I want to chime in real quick because this is something.
So where's the benefit in getting a song with Snoop Dogg if nobody's going to touch it and multiple people own the same exact thing?
Basically a running joke of like, what is the black hoodie going to look like with this new NFT that I'm buying, right?
I don't know.
That being said, I have just three main points for you when it comes to music utility, because I think this is like
Here we go.
the biggest areas of opportunity where we as artists can do better. One is, even though the hoodies and the t-shirts and stuff is played out, I really think if you're a musician and you offer anything physical with your NFT, you are ahead of 99.9% of the pack. And I mean, you're ahead by a lot, like a lot. Now, that doesn't have to be a t-shirt, you know. I made vinyl records for all my album buyers, right? Illa is doing studio time, you know. I'm counting an IRL experience like studio time as a physical companion to a digital NFT. So that's number one. Can you package something physical? You talked about film photography. You know, can you get some prints that are available to your token?
At the moment you're packaging something physical to something on the blockchain, though, why do you even need the blockchain?
That you can basically token gate any experience you want.
That's what I really don't understand.
Prints, or to claim
is you're just utilizing that
they have to have your NFT.
technology unnecessarily.
Will put you ahead of the game. Number two,
because people will pay more money if you do it on the blockchain, that's not how you should be looking at things.
Music or your photography or your character that you're willing to license to your collectors. The Bored Apes license their apes the IP to the collectors. I have a
Okay,
lot
so
of
there you
artists
go.
with my music, a lot of artists
So
with
anyone
my
who
music.
owns a Bored Ape
This
Yacht Club
makes it
thing
for
then
collectors.
has a license.
It gives
And I
them
guess
more
that
sense,
answers the question
and
about
it gives
the
them
music as well as
more
you have a license
more
to it,
ways to monetize. They don't have
non-exclusive
to
license.
necessarily sell your NFT when you blow
So,
up if they want to
I don't know.
monetize that NFT.
You're limited
They
in
can
monetization,
instead
certainly.
use your music or your photography or your character in content, potentially, if you want to give them that right. If you're interested in that, I would check out spottylicense.com. This is a license that I wrote for my album, and you can check that out as a reference and kind of see what you like or don't like from that. And then the final thing I would say is control. Is there some level of
That's
control
good to
or
read.
voice or democratization that you're willing to extend to your collectors by letting them share ideas or vote on questions that you ask them in your Discord in a token gated way? That's something that people get excited about. The first two things though are the things that I hear my collectors getting most excited about. My collectors love the vinyl records that they receive with my NFT, and they love the fact that they can use the music that they own from me in any kind of content they want for a commercial purpose, or they can even license it to a third party. And then the voting rights and the control and the governance thing.
Traditionally, yeah, that's how a lease works.
It's a distant
100K, 500K, depending on the type of lease, terms of the lease, whatever. This wouldn't necessarily be a lease, though. This could be like for the music.
You gonna make it, Leno. You gonna make it, bro. You gonna make it.
Thanks so much. I'm definitely gonna send out. I've been rocking.
This could just be a non-exclusive license.
I might have to send out berets to my orders. And then lastly, yeah, Illmind, can't wait for the Squatted Nights, and also when you're in LA, I gotta pull up, and also Domino, I gotta reach out since you're in the Valley.
I could see a benefit to say to. In terms of sync. In as an artist, if I were to sell a song, say I sold Strange Things as an NFT with a license that allows anybody to use that in any content at all, that's a pretty big song. So a filmmaker looking for the right music for a commercial or something might end up getting a deal by purchasing the NFT, getting rights to the song. For just an example, Mia Strange Things, or any artist with any big song. If Drake released a song as an NFT and you had free reign to use it, not as another artist, not necessarily as an open verse and release it to monetize, but to put it in a movie or something, I could see a lot of value in that, and you'd be able to send non-exclusive licenses for that.
Launching the last week of March, right? But I'm making sure it don't launch around anywhere close to Illmind, even if it's a week before or a week after. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not stepping on.
Oh man, let's go. I mean, listen, we gotta. Well, me and you, Illa, we gotta chop it up quick about offline about how we could kind of intermingle the two communities, man.
Yeah,
like,
we gotta do cross pollination. We're gonna do whitelist. You know what I mean? My community gets whitelisted from you and vice versa.
100%. You too, Gino, with your project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a given. Like everybody on here is getting love on that. And that's what's cool too about this stuff, man.
But at the same time,
that's how you make the
doing that for sync, why are you even using an NFT? If you have to create a contract between buyer and seller, you have to create a written contract, then what's the point of an NFT? Why? You're just branding it differently. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because for ownership to transfer, you need an additional contract. But then why muddy the waters with making it an NFT? Because it's hot, I guess, because it's popular.
Feel like a kid again, and like, damn, it's like how I felt when it was my first time, like in the studio in a big studio working with somebody big, and um, yeah, I don't know. I do. Are we gonna have more people bring questions up? I had somebody DM me a question.
Yes, that is what it seems.
Yeah, I think
Because this is just a traditional sales contract, a non-exclusive sales contract license, whatever.
I do have
all packaged together neatly as an NFT, so it could be listed on. But then you're.
our good friends over at Mint Songs.
I don't know. I don't know
if
that just to seem like you're forward thinking or to seem like you're using groundbreaking technology or something. But really, what does it do?
I don't want to take up too much more of you guys' time. And I also have to start getting the baby ready for things. But I really just want to say I super, super, super appreciate you guys. Every single one of you guys that are in here who took the time. Like I said earlier, I really meant what I said. I think we are.
I guess it makes
moving as one organism.
Transferring all of those things and packaging them up easier.
The disruption of Web3 or the disruption of music and how music is treated and rolled out and experienced in Web3, and it's up to us, right? There's no more rules, no more gatekeeping, no more. You're allowed.
There's still gatekeeping.
Allowed to do that. We are literally in this time where we're making the rules up, and you got people like Spotty and Domino and Illa and Gino and Austin and Audius and
OpenSea's a
lot
gate.
of you guys that are in the crowd right now that are disrupting.
Those platforms
in
are
a real
gates.
way, and I know for a lot of you it doesn't feel like you are, or you're not feeling like you are. But the simple fact that you know what Web3 is and you know what an NFT is, and you're in this room right now talking to us, the fact that you're here, you're already 10 steps ahead of everyone else. So just remind yourself of that, and I feel like the possibilities are endless. So I'm gonna end this off on that note for myself. I'd love for each of my speakers here one more time, just quickly shout out where people can find you, and how they can contact you, and then we'll end it off. So let's go down.
Hold on, I gotta fix my camera.
Yeah, of course. Man, thank you again for hosting this. This was absolutely incredible, and I learned a lot throughout this whole process. Again, name's Austin. I run and do marketing crypto stuff for Audius. Feel free to follow me here on Twitter, and I'm always down to jam on anything related to Web3, anything around the economics, technology, community, marketing side of things, and so my DMs are open. So if anyone here is an artist looking to break into the space or learn more about how to navigate a lot of the nuances that come with this space, feel free to hit me up. And thank you again, man.
Appreciate you, Austin. Spotty, go ahead, dog.
Hey man, dude, thank you so much for organizing this and for inviting me.
This must be allergies. I must just have gnarly allergies.
Such a crazy resume catalog. I'm honored to be on stage with you guys. And I would just say, tap in with me on my link tree, the link in my bio.
I just can't breathe. My eyes have been so irritated. The roof of my mouth's been itchy. I just cannot get comfortable the last 3 days. I need to get more water. I'll be right back.
Drill down into conversation, and I just appreciate the platform and everybody that tuned in.
Domino, go for it.
Yo, what's good, y'all? You can just hit me up here on Twitter. You can shoot me an email at domino@dominosmusic.com. And yeah, I'm always here. I'm trying to just connect with more and more music artists, especially ones that are just entering the space. So let's link. Let's do some dope shit. Y'all, it was so great to talk to you guys today. Each one of you is incredible. So I'm also hyped to continue linking with y'all and keep building these relationships.
Absolutely. Illa, go ahead, and then Gino end it off.
Y'all gotta forgive me because I finally got to the crib. I finally took a dab. I'm high as shit. So I forgot to use. I had one more thing I have to mention. In the Sketchy verse, the main artist is Sketchy the M1. He's voiced by 11-time platinum artist, Billboard top. I think he went number seven Billboard top 7 artist. Is the voice of Sketchy, you know what I'm saying? And that's part of his lore, is no one's ever gonna know who he is, and any day he wants to be the best rapper sing songs about girls that have girl problems and shit. So that's
Also, it's so weird. Like
superstar artists that I'm using to push my
this whole notion of
if y'all want to tap in with me,
being an artist, getting into NFTs, getting into crypto and stuff, and making that your whole identity. Like, why would anyone? I don't want to do that. That's so discouraging and just kind of gross. Like, I want my identity to be my music. Even if I utilize the technology, if I do an NFT collection or whatever, you kind of have to these days to be taken seriously. You have to be all about. You got to be an advocate for it. You have to own NFTs. You got to have a profile picture on.
those are a couple of things that are coming up. We got the NFT project launching this month, so stay tapped in.
What that is? Your whole identity has to be NFTs, or people won't take you seriously. And that's not necessarily good, I don't think.
Thanks everybody for listening. I know this was kind of a lengthy space, and hope that you enjoyed it.
Because it's really annoying to me. Like, I know so many people that months ago, had no idea. I had talked to them about it. I had questioned them. I asked people in the art industry and stuff, I asked, what do you think about NFTs? Do you think they're worth looking into at all? And they told me, I don't know anything about them. Now, months later, they've got their own NFT collections. That's all they talk about. And they're taken seriously about it. And for me, that like low barrier of entry and that like that's so dumb to me. I don't trust anybody that just started studying about anything. I wouldn't trust me about my NFT advice or my opinions on it or anything. I'm just trying to figure it out for myself. But to be taken seriously at all, you have to be all about it. You got to be an advocate. You got to change. Your whole identity has to be NFTs. And that's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Shout out to Austin, Spotty, Domino, Illa, Gino,
to anybody who might not be in the Discord group, this is Discord group collective of artists, creatives, and everything. I'm trying to build my own community without the barrier of entry of NFTs. At least for now. Maybe eventually down the road I'll charge you out the ass in Ethereum. But I'm creating a community of creatives and everything so that we can help each other grow, work together, collaborate, and just all kind of achieve our creative dreams together and make a living off from it, ideally. So here's the link to that. If you'd like to join up. Join up. Join or die. I'm going to keep that open. All right. Well, that was interesting nonetheless. I learned a little bit more about it. I'm not necessarily more sold on it, but I could see value in it, where before I saw none. So that's a plus. I think that's a plus. Hey, there's us. It's meta. We're in the metaverse because it's me watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me. Wait for it. Watching me. Tell me the metaverse ain't already a real thing. Let's get away from that. Me watching me. So at some point here, I got to go back to the subreddit that I was such an active member in. Check DC. Yeah, I think that's a dope start. It definitely needs some heavy trap drums to come in, and maybe like a high up synth, something floating up here with a bit more melody in it. I think we could do something there. I kind of like this notion of sometimes I'll just work off of beats that you've sent me that are done, but other times maybe send me what you're working on, and then I could give you feedback, and we could kind of make something even earlier in the creative process, starting even earlier in the creative process. All right, but back to the TikTok that I had filmed for just before we dove into that Twitter Spaces. We gotta sync all these bitches. All right, so I guess we'll start at the bottom. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta see if I have Zyrtec or something. I'm gonna just have the worst allergies today. You know what I mean, though, with the beat. I always thought like Benadryl made you sleepy. I guess I thought that from the Will Smith Hitch movie, where he drinks a bunch of it after getting an allergic reaction or something. I thought it made you really sleepy, but this has really worked. Last 2 days, this has worked, and it's taken away my symptoms. My ears are constantly popping. This is fucking weird. I've never had allergies this bad. I've never been... Yes, I have been this clean in spring. Not drinking, not smoking, not anything. Working out constantly, eating super healthy. I don't know, maybe my body's telling me I need to drink more. Probably it. It's probably it. Telling me I need to start drinking again. Alright, so let's unmute that one. Yeah, let's see if we can get something. Let's see if we can get a banger here. Another slapper. Less than 12 hours before our first slapper comes out. Sorry, I'm turning this into ASMR now. I sent our song out yesterday to all the biggest YouTube channels. And actually, not good news necessarily, but promising news moving forward. I had one of the biggest channels, the first channel to ever put me on, Rap Nation, has changed hands a lot over the years. And back like from 2017 to 2019, they were really good about transitioning me through ownership. Like when somebody came and took over the channel, the previous owner would be like, hey, so-and-so is going to take him in or take over Rap Nation. Here's his contact and everything. I'll let him know that you're going to. What the fuck? You're going to be in touch with him to release your music on Rap Nation, whatever. But the last guy that took it over, the previous guy tried to get me in touch with him, but he just didn't like me, didn't really like my music, or I don't know what exactly it was, but he released one of my songs over the last 2 or 3 years on Rap Nation. And I thought, well, fuck this. Kind of fuck Rap Nation because it's somewhat of a lost cause. What are you looking for?
I think it's a lost cause to do that for the
Oh. So whatever. I just don't know that I'll ever get a song posted on Rap Nation again. But yesterday, or actually before I say that, a couple weeks ago, then all the nation's channels got taken offline. And I was actually streaming when I noticed that. So on one of my streams, you see me realizing that, oh my God, Rap Nation, all my songs that were ever on Rap Nation that are up on YouTube, millions of views total, are just gone off the internet. That got resolved. And I was talking to him during that. And then I had messaged him yesterday to send him my song because I noticed the email contact that I had for the guy that ran Rap Nation was invalid. And I thought, oh shit, they must have changed owners. So messaging the guy on Instagram, asking if they have a submission form, if it still worked or whatever, and he gave me his personal email. And he got back and said he didn't want to upload this song. He was going to pass on this song. He apologized, but definitely send him everything in the future. So there's a good chance one of these songs that we make live on stream, multiple, let's be honest, a lot of these songs that we make live on stream will be uploaded to Rap Nation. So there's promising potential for us still. There's still a hope that we may become something. So, lesson. Even if somebody doesn't get back to you for the first 2 years you send them music, keep trying. Because maybe one day they'll change owners and the next owner will be nicer and like you more. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they passed on this one. I kind of figured they might, because this isn't the typical, like, this beat isn't the typical beat of Rap Nation. This is more promoting sounds, that type of stuff. I sent it to them as well. He did not get back to me. He hasn't read the message yet. But it's good news that we're back in touch with Rap Nation. We're gonna lock in some of these future songs for sure. We're gonna have some new releases up there. I told you, bro. That's what this community is about. I'm out here working every day, a little bit. Even the days where I don't feel like I've accomplished a lot, I'm making sure to do a couple things to push things forward. And that's what that's the mentality that I've always had, is do a couple things every day, so that in a couple different ways, so that's something, you're never relying all on one thing. I'm working hard. We're building the community. We're creating outlets for growth. And that's why I want to create this Discord channel and build it out. So if anybody has friends that do music, or if they're creative in any way, have them join, because we're going to have opportunities. If I get opportunities, if y'all get opportunities, we'll share them amongst the community so that we can all prosper from it. Wait, what? So there's, oh my god, this is gonna be so fucking annoying. There's no link between, or maybe, hold on. I know the issue. That's the issue. God damn. GoPro footage and Blackmagic or DaVinci Resolve do not work nicely together at all. Okay. That one. Done. That one's synced. Let's sync the next one. Let's play sync the next one. I filmed a bunch of these, same exact camera angle. Like, some of them most of them I was standing still, and then this one, I was going crazy, and I'm just going to chop between them all. Nailed it. We nailed that one. Fantastic. Just make sure. have 3 more. 3 more. I'll have a 3 more. Where do we start the song? I'll probably right where the beat drops, huh? I know she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in a scat pack or the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we can't, they cut the noises. We brought them toys and you think we can't steal the scene. What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job, I've been lurking on in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories but myself. I know she was up no good. The second she stepped in my hood, thought that's my neighbors getting persuasive, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, baby, back up. Think I need some backup. My brother's kids don't act up. My guys don't act tough. He bring to the math, I would add up. Unlock. 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 Shit, we might need to trim that a little later. Yeah, that's where.
ask my neighbors, getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, they back up. Nigga need some backup. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Got hits like a batter. But they still trying to cage me and get smoke like tobacco. My guys
So sad, but it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so we pull up on him if he talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place we take the scene. Got plenty of room in this cool.
Oh shit, I wanted to hear how it looped. That's why I was doing that.
They still trying to cage me and get smoke like tobacco. My guys go savage. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we pull up on him if he talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place we take the scene. Got plenty of room in this cool. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in his scat. On him if he talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place we take the scene. Got plenty of room in this cool. I knew she's a devil. On him if he talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place we take the scene. Got plenty of room in this cool. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in smoke like tobacco. My guys go savage. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we pull up on him if he
Da,
talking crazy, it's
da,
cool. Let's go
da,
back to place we
da,
take the scene. Got
da, 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 da. It's just off slightly, but I don't care. That's close enough.
I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in his poison. Pull up in I heard her voice poison. Pull up in his scat. Pack on the wagon, I got choices.
Boom.
I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack on the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we can't make cutting noises. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack on the wagon, I got choices. I got choices. Neighbors and I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we can't make cutting noises. We brought them toys and you think I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack on the wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we can't make cutting noises. We brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. What's a late night to the night crawler in me?
Use some fine tuning.
Them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. What's a late came to steal the scene. What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just reckless till we can't make cutting noises. We brought them toys.
Come on. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. Those cuts aren't right, but whatever. Ay. We'll figure it out. I think too many fast cuts there. Also, probably some of those just aren't quite on. I think that is unnecessary. I started playing, what do you call the game last night? Let me see. Lost Ark. I started playing Lost Ark last night. I'll probably play some more tonight, or maybe I'll stream it even. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had asked, I kept seeing stuff on Twitter, and I forget where else I was seeing stuff about Elden Ring. Elder Ring, I think that's what it's called. And I asked if that was good, if it was worth getting. Because it's $60, and I didn't want to, like, I kind of missed out on Skyrim and that whole thing, but I enjoyed watching friends of mine play Skyrim, and I thought that'd be fun to play another, like, open world fantasy game like that if a new one exists. And all the articles and stuff were talking about it like it was the future of open world gaming and stuff like that, but so many games that claim to be that. And so I asked if it was good, and somebody suggested not when Lost Ark is available for free. And so I was like, all right, maybe I'll check this out. And then I saw it was made by Amazon. It's like, holy cow. I don't typically like MMORPGs. I used to when I was a kid, but I just don't care to deal with other people. But I like, they got enough quests in there and stuff. It's not like I don't even have to interact with these jamokes. I just go about my business, they go about theirs, and that's... I saw somebody on a turtle. Somebody was riding it. Somebody had a steed. I had a horse, and somebody had a steed of a turtle as a steed. I don't know how to say that.
To my hood, told ask my neighbors getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, they back up. Nigga need some backup. Better punt them brakes, switch gears, don't act up.
I like those cuts a lot better now. Let's.
I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in the scat pack, pull a wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came, they cut the noises. We brought them toys, and you think we came to steal the scene? What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job, I've been lurking out in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories for myself. I know she was up no good. That's sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told ask my neighbors get.
I don't particularly like those little hand motions there and shit, but we'll remove them.
I know she was up no good. That's sick, she stabbed in my hood.
Let's see.
So I count victories for myself. I know she was up no good. Victories for myself. I know she was up no good. That's sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told ask my neighbors getting myself, I know she was up no good. That's sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told ask my neighbors getting That's sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told ask my neighbors getting persuaded. Up no good. That's sick, she stabbed in my hood. Told ask my neighbors getting persuaded, trying to find out if
It'll be available, yeah. It'll be available at midnight. It'll come out on midnight on all platforms. I need to finish setting it up on AudioMac and SoundCloud, but it will be out. For me, it usually comes out, it's weird, like, Spotify didn't used to do this, but the last couple years, probably last 2 years, it's come out at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Thursday night, even though it's supposed to come out at midnight regardless of your time zone.
She stabbed in my hood, told ask my neighbors getting persuaded. Stabbed in my hood, told ask my neighbors getting persuaded, trying to find out if I up no good. That's sick, she stabbed in my.
Oh no shit, you got an hour. You got an hour to go. Hour to go and the bop will be out.
She stepped in my hood, told ask my neighbors. Getting persuaded, trying to find out if I no good. At 6, she stepped in my hood, told ask my neighbors. Getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hello. My hood, told ask my neighbors. Getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, they back up. You can need some backup. Hit a punt, then break. My hood, told ask my neighbors. Getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, they back up. You can need some backup. Hit a punt, then break. Switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big.
Let's see where we're at here. So far.
I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Put up in the scat pack, go to wagon, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we came and cutting noises. We brought them toys and you think we came to steal the scene. What's a late night to the night crawler in me? Just another day on the job, I've been lurking out in these streets. I get personal on these beats. I deserve the days that I'm dealt. I never blame the world for defeat, so I count victories for myself. I know she was up no good. At 6, she stepped in my hood. Told ask my neighbors. Getting persuaded, trying to find out if I would. Hell no, they back up. Think I need some backup. Hit a punt, then break. Switch gears, don't act up. My guys don't act tough. Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Got hits like a battle. How it add up. Got hits like a battle. But they still trying to cage me.
Give me a second and I will. This sounds dope. Let's try adding some 808s. It's a slightly different direction than where I was thinking it was going to go, but I think I like it more. This would be cool. It's got a bump. The 808's got a bump on that one.
They still trying to cage me and get smolded. Hits like a battle. They still trying to cage me and get smolded tobacco. I got hits like a battle. Big frame, big brain, do the math, how it add up. Got hits like a battle. They still trying to cage me and get smolded tobacco. Tobacco. My guys go savage. Yeah. So we put up. My guys go savage. Yeah. My guys go savage. Yeah. So we.
What am I doing here?
Yeah. So we put up on them if they talking crazy, it's cool. Let's go back to place we take the scene. They got plenty of room in this cool.
Hey. I think it works. Co. What is the resolution of this footage? I wonder. Huh. Yeah. That's 4K. Where's our resolution at? I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. But until I return, enjoy this on loop. Yay!
Trying to find out if I would. Hell no, baby, back up. Give me some back
Let's do this just for fun. Let's color it. Add node, corrector node. Should just sharpen this up a little bit. Sharpen it up a little bit, because I'd rather add my sharpening in post than do it in the camera, yeah. Rather add my sharpening in post than do it in the camera. It's better that way. Boom. Now here we go. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, very minimal. Very minimal. We don't want too much. That's better. That's way too much. Add node, corrector node, another one is for the color. Let's see. That's interesting. So saturated. Copy the attributes. And we're going to paste these attributes. Plugins, color corrector, fusion effects. See what it looks like. Let's just do it quick before you go. Cool. I think we're getting somewhere with this. All I ever wanna be inside. But anyways, don't know in a way, but anyway, I don't know in a way, don't be wayside. All I do want in a way, I'm a wayside, I know I'm in a way. See you, brother. Thanks for joining me today. Talk to you soon. Excited to hear what that beat becomes. And let's go. Let's release this song. Let's make this something big. Whatever. Fuck, I can't just let it breathe. I did see here. Okay. Is it better? Whatever. It's alright. This is called be right back. Making a mess. Not me. Not me making a mess, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I need to set this up for release tomorrow. Whoa. I'm just a mess. Alright, I should upload the lyrics for the song too. Sending myself the lyrics. Alright. Sent my lyrics over. Let's upload the song. Upload the song is what we're doing right now. Yeah, hey. I knew she's a devil when I heard her voice poison. Pull up in there, reckon. Scat pack, I got choices. Neighbors talking reckless till we kinda cut our noises. We brought him toys, and you think we kinda scared to sing. Cleaner eating like that. I stand by that.
To a cartoon coin. That suspiciously looks, however that finishes. These don't really seem like attacks so far. Shitposting my way into the Financial Times 2022 is off to a start. No, I'm not seeing the attacks yet. I'm not seeing this vicious assault that's currently ongoing on these tweets. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I've been on the internet too long. If you knew, maybe this seems terrible. I give my opinions about video games and people tell me they wish I died. So. You know, maybe I'm just desensitized to somebody saying your project looks silly. Excluding those 22 tweets, Wide Source had averaged 4 likes per tweet. The 22 tweets above directed at Cryptoland averaged 2,693 likes. A ratio of retweets versus likes is suspiciously low for most highlighted tweets. Take the second one listed above, for example, with just 23 retweets and a whopping 5,548 likes. They're literally, this is the X-Files. They're analysing his tweet likes and retweets. This ain't it, guys. This is looking even worse. This is actual bordering on being crazy. Engagement on wide source of tweets being driven by inauthentic accounts. Because they've not got profile pictures, they're inauthentic accounts. If I go on my Twitter, a lot of the people that follow me don't have profile pictures. Some people just use Twitter to look at stuff. I know this is a crazy concept for you guys, not wanting to fucking get involved and change your name to I'm a crypto lander, look at my crypto coin. Like, most people use Twitter to just follow people that they want to see on their feed, to just keep up with news and stuff. They don't upload a picture, they don't do anything with their bio. Like, this is the reality that we live in, and this is not suspicious. And these not inauthentic accounts just because they don't want to have all their information associated with it. That's crazy. Even pointing to ones that have like, oh, he's got a bunch of random sounds in his name. That's really inauthentic because we couldn't point to the fact that he's not got a profile picture because he has one. So we're just cherry picking data here to say that these are inauthentic. This is sad. Only 40 out of account's most recent 3,200 tweets have resulted in at least 50 likes, more than half, 22, from tweets directed at Cryptoland. I'm going to break some news to you here, guys. As somebody who runs a YouTube channel, does content creation for a living, and has made over 700 videos at this point, as well as does tweets sometimes. You know when you tweet something or make a video and it gets loads and loads of views and you're like, yeah, that's done much better than what I usually do. What I'll do is I'll do that more and it'll get more engagement than those other things and then grow my whole profile. And then the other stuff that I do that was getting less views before, I can do them, and it'll just organically have gained traction and get more views than it used to because of me focusing on this little area that will inarguably grow my my platform for other people to look at the other stuff I was doing before. This is what is referred to as common fucking sense. And they're saying this is crazy that somebody noticed something's been successful and working and then done more of it. Dun, 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 dun. For the aliens, oh god, it's the fucking conspiracy. It's crazy. Somebody's worked out how success works. It's mad. 80 out of the account's most recent 3,200 tweets have resulted in at least 20 likes. Again, same point. 213 of account's most recent 3,200 tweets have resulted in at least 10 likes. In other words, the engagement received by wide source of tweets directed at Cryptoland are atypical when compared to the account's historically. Oh, they're so stupid. They're so stupid. Coiners taking L's. 338,000 followers since being created in May 2021. And after tweeting just 569 times, yeah, they're more successful than you. They're better at Twitter. They run the Twitter game better than you do and better than I do. They're just great at Twitter. I ran by sociable barely. He joined in May 2021. He has a lot of followers. And then they show, yeah, there's his account. He literally points to it. I wonder what they're going to say about this one. Insane levels of engagement on this tweet driven by artificial amplification and via reply. The account links to threads from wide source.
I guess it's be about.
Yeah, because he's the one who tweeted at you about the age consent. Why are they not linked to him? And yeah, they put it there for source. They've cited their source with the image and then linked to it as well, so you can see it if you want to click on it and go follow the thread, not just in an image. Oh dear, this is insane. Coiners taking L's follows just 52 accounts, one of them being Web3 is great, an account created by Molly White. Oh no. The plot thickens. They follow an account. Oh no. It's crazy that Molly runs an account that is not her personal account. By the way, Molly OXFFF is Molly's personal account. She made one called Web3 is great. I've never spoken to Molly, by the way, personally. I think we tweeted at each other once or twice. So I'm just talking based on common sense here. She'll have to let me know if this is right. But she's made an account called Web3 is doing great, and she posts about the disasters of Web3, so that probably her main account isn't just all about her life on one hand, and then obviously the crypto stuff, and she can, make one about the crypto stuff, and then one she can do whatever she wants with because that's her personal one. Segregating the two audiences or whatever, and one you can obviously have more liberty with posting more about this stuff. Therefore, the followers are going to get precisely what they want, instead of maybe following Molly and getting some stuff that isn't related to her life that maybe people don't care about. They're just following for the Web3 stuff that she talks about. Common sense, right? I mean, this is pretty much for everybody. If I was going to make another YouTube channel, if I wanted to start talking about on YouTube fucking anime figures, for instance, here you go, lovely anime figure here, fantastic waifu, tier S waifu, I'd make another YouTube channel, wouldn't I? Because most people following my videos about scams and MMOs and stuff like that don't care about that shit. So I wouldn't put it on my main channel, would I? This is common sense. I completely lost my point. But here we go. Here was my point. It came to me. So they're using the correlation of crypto bros taking L's, coiners taking L's, following Molly's.
You kind of want to see what he has to say about this.
Introducing Mythia, the must-have NFT for NFT investors, backed by Y Combinator.
Feels good to wake up this morning and not have any sponsored obligations to get to, not to have anything really to rush into work-wise, and just sit back and watch the world burn, which of course is happening with cryptocurrency. We're burning the world, and we're doing it piece by piece. And now coming to your screens is the hit piece music.
Doing pretty good.
Fantastic. What you needed in your life is not to just listen to music like a normal person, is to complicate and just make the experience worse by selling NFTs of music, which they don't fucking own, which is fantastic. So hit piece, music NFTs, one of one NFTs of all your favorite songs. Own a song,
yeah, who really listens to MP3s though anymore, I guess, too.
And there's a few problems with this, of course. One, you don't own the song, so how the fuck are you going to sell me the song? How am I going to own something when you're selling something you don't own? That would be a pretty big flaw in your business plan there. But the other big flaw is, of course, that there's no need for this to exist. Build a unique playlist. I can already do that. Look, I've got my Spotify here. I'll open that and build my playlist, and it'll cost me.
There you go. That's the.
I'll listen to my songs, and that'll be good. It's an experience that's already been streamlined from owning cassettes to CDs
That's a big issue, or a big hurdle that I don't know Web3 will ever really overcome for music. Is like, well, you can. I guess it kind of goes with the saying of like, you never want to be first, you want to be second. Because though the first person is the most revolutionary, no one gives a fuck until people adopt it, and start doing it. And I think that's such a hurdle for anything in music, because you do have to kind of be like a crypto. Like, I'd have to be a crypto rapper to sell an NFT collection if it was going to be at all related to me as an artist. Because otherwise, everybody's just going to go, well, why do I care? You got to appeal to crypto enthusiasts and NFT artists and stuff. I get it.
Like music libraries.
Okay.
To the point now I can just stream music and it's good. You don't really need to do anything about that. It's already been solved. And then of course the other problem is that they are literally just stealing people's intellectual property and selling it to other people. And they of course here say clearly we've struck a nerve and are very eager to create the ideal experience for music fans. If your opening statement is like an acknowledgement of people giving you legitimate criticism of you doing something wrong is, we've struck a nerve. No, you've not struck a nerve, twat. You are just doing something that, one, is infringing on people's copyrights without actually having any permission whatsoever.
Project
two,
settings.
Just creating a product that doesn't need to exist to try and sell something to other stupid people based on a stupid fucking idea. So to be clear, artists get paid when digital goods are sold on Hitpiece. How do we trust that you're giving people money when you're not even asking the people whether or not they want their product on your website? Like all beta products, no. We are continuing to listen to all user feedback and are committed to evolving the product to fit the needs of the artists, labels and fans alike. I can tell you for a fact, if you want to fuck around and find out, the music industry is where you really will find out if you do fuck around. Because the music industry doesn't play that shit. The music industry is the place where
3840
in the next couple of years we'll probably have
260
come over to your house to just check to see whether you've got
260 3840
music. They are developing like AIs to detect whether you're live streaming with something that they own the copyright to, and then they will DMCA you in real time. They've already done this obviously with VODs. These are companies that really have it out for intellectual property laws, and they abuse the DMCA like I abuse my penis. So they 100% are not an entity you want to be messing around with. But of course they are doing. And then of course, if it wasn't bad enough, they're doing it with fucking Disney, bro. Disney's IP. This is the holy grail of
3072.
I want to find out what happens when I fuck around. So haha, someone is the lawyers of Disney direction. Join him.
No, you can't even do it. Cancel. Oh well.
Translated by the way, so that's why it reads like Yoda is giving you the lowdown on the situation. Wouldn't it be nice if we could solve these kinds of issues in a good, healthy way together? In the meantime, illegally reselling Disney works isn't such a good idea. Yeah, Disney's not the type of people you want to fuck around with. So this is another one. We don't endorse NFTs in a stupid shit piece. Haha, got him. Got him. Website has minted my albums and a bunch of my friends' albums as NFTs, and they're selling them. Of course they are. So they've obviously taken down their website. Pretty much when you go to their website now, this is all you see. We started the conversation and we are listening. Clearly not, because if you did, you'd have deleted all your social media and fucked off back under the rock that you came out of. Luckily though, Wayback Machine is a fantastic website, and we can read their website and we can go through and look at what they were doing. So of course, Selling Hope by XXX Tentac.
When was that? Saturday, January 22nd. Oh, okay, you can't actually search. Gotcha. And it just looks like it does.
Wayback Machine is a fantastic website, and we can read their website and we can go through and look at what they were doing. So, of course, Selling Hope by XXX Tentacion, somebody who is deceased, he's no longer on this mortal plane, and yet somehow you do, you know, he's going to get some royalties, and you definitely did get his permission to be selling his music as NFTs, you fucking absolute parasitic slimes. So what is hit piece? By the way, just so we don't get it twisted, I'll read you the actual definition of this term. You may have heard of hit piece. An article, a documentary, etc. that deliberately tries to make somebody / something look bad by presenting information about them that appears to be true and accurate, but actually is not. And then the example, this was a standard attempt at a hit piece by a lazy and biased journalist. We've obviously seen hit pieces quite a lot in the gaming industry, and you probably are familiar with the term. Why are you naming your company hit piece? Like, you guys just, there's nothing there, is there? There is no actual understanding of the world, unless they're trying to do a Clerks and they're taking back the term. Can't say what the term is because that would get me cancelled. So what is hit piece? Hit piece lets fans collect NFTs of your favourite songs. Each hit piece NFT is a one-of-one NFT for each unique song recorded. Members build their hit lists of their favourite songs, get on leaderboards, and receive in real life value such as access and experiences with artists that don't even know we're selling their products. What experience is this going to be? You're going to fucking kidnap them and like bring them to a meeting place out in the desert and be like, this is the guy who bought your NFT, shake his hand, shake his hand. Like, I don't understand where the fuck these people actually get these ideas from, but it's crazy. How does it work? It doesn't. Spoiler, it doth not. One NFT is available for auction from each artist initially. The auction commences when the first bid is placed and lasts 7 days. When the auction has been won, the Disney lawyers come round and they fucking beat me to within an inch of my life. The NFT is minted and delivered to the winner's custodial wallet. The next NFT from the artist becomes available, and the winner of the auction reveals the next NFT from the artist. You are now part of the process. You're part of this process of infringing on people's copyright. Awesome, that's exactly what I want to be doing. The winner receives the newly minted NFT to their custodial wallet on hitpiece.com and can show it off in their hit list or sell the NFT anytime. I can't wait to show off my hit pieces, guys. Of which, you know, if you do get popular enough on YouTube, you will probably get some hit pieces actually, just not from this garbage website. I can't wait, you know, look, I bought this song. Oh, that's crazy. You bought a song that probably the artist that made the song, they don't even own. Because if you know anything about the music industry, a lot of people in the music industry sell the rights to their music to a recording label. They don't actually own their own songs. So the fact that another company is selling them on their behalf, that's fucking crazy, bro. You guys must have figured this out. So what is hit list? Your hit list is your personal greatest hits list. You mean like a playlist? It's crazy. These are NFTs of the songs that mean the most to you. You hold these songs close to yourself. Do you love the release? Members can share their hit list and playlist publicly. What is an NFT? You don't need to read that one. What's a one-of-one NFT? If you need an explanation of what a one-of-one anything is, then you probably shouldn't be allowed to operate your own money to invest in anything, to be honest. What blockchain does Hitpiece operate on? It operates on HitChain, private Ethereum sidechain that will evolve as the technology and the market requires. Can I purchase an NFT with my credit or debit card? Yes. Don't you have to be like licensed to do this? Don't you have to have pass some regulations to allow like a fiat on ramp of buying cryptocurrency based products with real money? Isn't that something like you need to abide by regulations within a country for? I'm fairly sure, because most of, if you guys know anything about cryptocurrency, which some people may do, at least in the UK, there's very few places you can actually use your credit or debit card to buy anything cryptocurrency related. A lot of the times you already have to have the cryptocurrency to trade for other cryptos. My bank, for instance, doesn't even allow me to buy cryptocurrency on certain websites because it's just blocked. They don't allow the Great British Pounds to transfer onto their website based on this. So the idea that you can buy NFTs just full stop on this website with a credit or debit card, that sounds a little bit shady immediately, if you needed any other shady things to be associated with this. How do artists earn royalties from hippies? Spoiler, they fucking don't. Each time an artist NFT is purchased or sold, a royalty from each transaction is accounted to the rights holder's account. The rights holders, by the way, they don't even know that their product is their rights are on this website, interestingly. I'm an artist, how can I join? Don't worry, you don't need to join. They fucking joined for you. You've already been signed up. Your intellectual property is now their intellectual property, and they're going to sell it to somebody else. Artists and their teams can register here to earn and reward their NFT members. What utility does owning an NFT give me? You basically get a rubber stamp in real life that says, I'm a fucking idiot, which is the only utility you really need at this stage. Artists provide NFT owners access and experiences. What a vague term. Oh, if you buy these NFTs, you get access and experiences. Access to what, and what am I experiencing, aside from how people with extremely low intelligence live. Enough of that, though, enough punching down at people who think that buying an NFT of a piece of music allows you to own the piece of music, which you don't really need to say too much about those people because what they're doing says everything about them in the first place. But I did just want to have a bit of fun today, wake up, have somebody come around to the house and say part of the roof's falling off, which is always what you want to hear at 8 o'clock in the morning when you've had no sleep. And then, of course, had the person come out to fix the washing machine that was leaking, and then sit down and just talk about some fucking NFTs. Amazing. NFT this, NFT that, NFT these motherfucking nuts. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe. We're out. Peace.
Where's my video creator on my phone?
Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret the things we didn't buy? Or the places we didn't go?
I'd go the whole wide world just to find you. I'd go the whole wide world. I'd go the whole wide world to know where they hide ya.
It's always weird when you want to do one of these videos because I feel like people look to these as like a formal review or whatever, and I'm just going to talk about my experience in playing Lost Ark. I think I've racked up around 140 hours at this point, and that is of course with multiple characters on multiple different servers because of the EU start, which was really bad, which caused me to get to level 50 and be gearing on one character and then have to start again on EU West. And honestly, best decision I've made in an MMO for a long time, and I've just been enjoying the game so much, being able to actually log on and play. Funnily enough, that's when the game's the best. That I've not really spent time playing other games. Elden Ring came out, I really want to play, but I've just been too engrossed in playing Lost Ark, and I've just hit tier 2 gear, just got to 930 gear score, and there's just a lot to talk about with this. So I don't have a lot of my own personal footage because I've mostly just been playing, relaxing, not owning OBS, and just, playing with my friends and stuff. So it will be a lot of trailer stuff on screen, so I do apologise for that. But it is just more about how I feel about it, so hopefully that won't detract too much from the experience. Now, Lost Ark is a game that I feel like gets gradually better the more you play. I've heard this from other people. Lazy Fion had a very similar experience. The leveling in Lost Ark it's okay. If you're going to do theme park, on rails leveling, I'd prefer Lost Ark's way of being a little bit mundane, a little bit boring, a little bit repetitive, and just take you through the motions, introduce you to stuff, and not be too, go to this area, kill 50 things, go to this area, kill things that might drop something, and it might take you half an hour, or it might take you 3 minutes. I prefer Lost Ark's method of just, get you through as quickly as possible, and it's not too painful. Maybe I would have enjoyed the leveling experience more if I paid attention to the quests, but I did turn it into a spam G simulator, and getting through the leveling was probably the hardest part of the game. And then after I finished doing it for the second time, I'd rather not do it again. Not the biggest.
What? Hold on. Yeah. When I heard, I'm gonna I should probably stop this stream for a little bit because it's gonna be boring. I'm just gonna be editing on my phone real quick, adding text to the videos that I will be posting on Instagram and TikTok here shortly. But I will be back in a little while to do some music editing. I want to try to get a handle on. Well, maybe we could do that now. Actually, I could do that in a little while. That's what we'll do. Probably do this before, so that when I end it, I come back and I'm changing the nature of the stream. Alright, so let's just do an easy one here. This is one I was playing in the car, and I hate the mix of it.
Watch him blow up overnight and it vanish in flashing lights. I put it through the speakers, they asking who got the mic. I got another suit just in case it come from my life. It's only business getting handled, they couldn't manage to fight. You couldn't manage to hustle, cause you and I ain't alike. I put a ring on everything and my hands are glowing in ice. Over trying to explain it for business, dinner advice. It's been a minute for sure, snipping something tonight. These doubts I overcame, doused in propane. Legend for how I did it, you couldn't do it the same. Diving through loopholes, running with loose change. Funny thinking about it now, I see what it became. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I want every ear. And the fact seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have.
It's heading up, shopping bags in the trunk, reinventing the wheel, but reinforcing the run. Anyone who ain't with this jump. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I want every ear. And in fact, something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. Future when I do it, the feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have.
It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. The math is adding up. Shopping bags in the trunk. Ain't reinventing the wheel, but reinvesting the funds. I'm reassessing my values and reinforcing my front. I ain't replying to anyone who ain't witnessed the jump. The cost never been sunk. No matter how long it took it, no matter what they gon' say, I made tangible what I want. Now the menus we get at brunch, just course it ain't serving up. Ain't gotta select and choose. I take everything when I'm done. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now.
Let's do save, and let's just do save as version 2. Because the point that I'm trying to do here is I'm not liking the way Oh, shit. Hey!
Try on your stream.
Nice. Golden apple cider. Actually, that sounds like right up my alley. New granola drop. Oh, that smells fantastic. And I've been constantly hungry today. Yeah, it's about a bit better. Oh, it's a digital talk box. Reinventing the wheel, but reinforcing fun. I ain't let anyone who ain't when this jump deploy it. What I want.
choose, I'll take everything when I'm done. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, the glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, I'm seeing something in the mirror, baby.
Oh, this is dope.
The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. What I gotta do with what I have. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. Map is adding up, shot bags in the trunk, and reinventing the wheel, but reinvesting the funds. I'm reassessing my values and reinforcing my front. Ain't replying to anyone who ain't in this jump. The cause never been so. No matter how long it took it, no matter what they gon' say, I make tangible what I want. And the menus we get it brunch. The scores that they serve it up. Ain't gotta select and choose. I'll take everything when I'm done. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, the glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, I'm seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. Stick aim, doused in propane. Legend for how I did it, you couldn't do it the same. Diving through loopholes, wanting
We lose change.
funny thinking about it, now I see what it became. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn
Alright, that's too good. I have to stop eating.
appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. But in fact, seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. The map is adding up, shopping bags in the trunk, and reinventing the wheel, but reinvesting the funds. I'm reassessing my values and reinforcing my front. Ain't replying to anyone who ain't witnessed the jump. The cause never been so. No matter how long it took it, no matter what they gon' say, I make tangible what I want. And the menus we get it brunch. The scores that they serving up. Ain't gotta select and choose. I'll take everything when I'm done. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, the glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, I'm seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. No matter how long it took it, no matter what they gon' say, I make tangible what I want. Now the menus we get at brunch, just course that they serving up. Ain't gotta select and choose, I'll take everything when I'm done. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, the glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I win every year. And in fact, I'm seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. I had to lose it, turning on everything on my hands are glowing and ice. Over trying to explain it for business, dinner and vice. It's been a minute for sure, slippy something tonight. These doubts I overcame, doused in propane. Legend for how I did it, you couldn't do it the same. Diving through loopholes, wanted we lose change. Funny thinking about it, now I see what it became. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I want every ear. And in fact, seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is revenue, but I know what I gotta do with what I have. Man, it's adding up. Shopping bags in the trunk. Real, but reinvest lights. We blow up overnight in the vanishing flashing lights. I put it through the speakers, they asking who got the mic. I got another suit just in case they come for my life. It's only business getting handled, they couldn't manage to fight. You couldn't manage to hustle, cause you and I ain't alike. I put a ring on everything on my hands, glowing in ice. Hope I'm trying to explain it for business, dinner advice. It's been a minute for sure, snipping something tonight. These doubts I overcame, doused in propane. Legend for how I did it, you couldn't do it the same. Diving through loopholes, funded with loose change. Funny thinking about it now, I see what it became. The glory days are here, baby. The glory days are here. I had to lose it to learn how to get it back. Appreciate what I had, but now I want every ear. And in fact, seeing something in the mirror, baby. The vision is crystal clear. It's like I'm staring at the future when I do it. The feeling is rather new, but I know what I
gotta do with what I have. Yo, thanks for the follow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get it back. Appreciate what I have. What I'm doing is I was listening to, I make, so I typically stream about, I'd say typically 5 days a week. And around 2 to 3 of those days, we're making music live. I got a Discord group, and it's full of producers. Yeah, that's me on the microphone. My name's Lilo Key. You can look me up on any platform. Check me out on Spotify. Here's your boy. We're gonna get to 100,000 monthly listeners. I swear to God. Give me. By the end of this month, we'll be at 100,000 monthly listeners. So yeah, I stream typically about 5 days a week, and I'm making music live about 2 or 3 of those days. Yes, definitely send it over. I'll check it out. But this is one of the ones that I started on a previous stream, and I was listening to a few of these songs in the car the other day, and I really did not like. I've been using the FL Studio Reverb for a long time. Since I started, really, I don't think I've switched from that at any point. And I have at least one other reverb. Tell me what to search to find it, and I'll play it on here. But I decided I really hated the sound of the reverb in this mix, so I decided to use a different one and see if I could learn how to use it and if I had more control. Yeah, let me see. Let me see why it would keep freezing like that. Huh. Is it still freezing? Yeah, give me a second. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do this. All right, let me know if that's better at all. Should be a little better. Can I do 720? Can you... I don't know that I want to degrade the quality of my stream that much. I'll do it for a little bit here. Oh shit! I gotta here. Hang on my page. I will can't stop streaming and then restream here with a lower quality, but I can't change it while I'm streaming already.